Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of True History of the Kelly Gang by Peter Carey. Peter Carey is an Australian writer, and this novel is based on the history of the Kelly Gang. Ned Kelly begins his autobiography with a description of his father, John Red Kelly, an Irishman transported to Van Diemen's Land and eventually settling in the colony of Victoria, which is in Australia. He marries Ned's mother Ellen, and the Kellys settle in Avenel, a rural area northeast of Melbourne. Red Kelly is shown to have numerous brushes with the colonial police forces, resulting in his imprisonment and later on to his death when his son Ned was only 12 years old. After, the rest of the family resettles in the northeast Victoria under the Land Grant Act. Ned's mother attempts to provide for her children by running a shebeen and taking on a series of lovers, including the notorious bushranger Harry Parr. Parr agrees to take on the young Ned as an apprentice and provides Ned with knowledge of the land, hideouts, and strategies for bush ranging. Kelly eventually leaves Parr and returns to his family settlement, where he is shown making dogged attempts to live an honest lifestyle. Kelly is arrested and sentenced to 3 years in prison for the reception of a stolen horse, although Kelly claims that a friend, Wild Wright, knowingly sold him the stolen horse without Kelly's knowledge. Kelly later exacts revenge on Wright in a bare knuckle boxing match. After 2 years of working as a sawmill hand, he is drawn back to bushranging when a herd of his horses is appropriated by a rival squatter. His descent back into crime is precipitated by a visit from a local police officer, Constable Alex Fitzpatrick. The policeman woos Ned's younger sister Kate, prompting Ned to reveal that Fitzpatrick has multiple mistresses in other towns and has no intention of marrying Kate. After his mother Ellen threatens a constable with violence, Fitzpatrick pulls his revolver on the family and Ned shoots him in the hand in self-defense. Although he dresses the wound and Fitzpatrick leaves while promising that no action will be taken, warrants for the arrest of Ned and his brother, that is younger brother Dan, are issued the next day. Ned Kelly and his brother Dan hide out in the hills of northeast Victoria, eventually being joined by their friends Steve Hart and Joe Bryan, later being known as the Kelly Gang. Kelly's mother is eventually arrested along with a baby daughter and imprisoned in Melbourne as an enticement for Kelly to give himself up. A detachment of 4 policemen is eventually sent to kill the quartet after escorts to arrest them prove unsuccessful. The Kelly Gang ambushes them at Stringy Bar Creek, where Ned kills 3 of the policemen. This adds to the growing folklore surrounding the Kelly Gang, which they fuel by robbing banks and giving parts of the money to the lower class settlers in Victoria who help the shelter the gang. During the gang's raids, Ned Kelly meets a young Irish girl named Mary Hearn, who already has a young son by Kelly's stepfather, George King. Kelly falls in love with Mary and makes plans to escape the colony with her after she becomes pregnant with his child. Mary motivates Kelly to begin writing the story of his life as a legacy for his future child, who she fears will never know its father. Following 2 successful bank robberies, Mary uses the money to immigrate to San Francisco with her son and Kelly's unborn daughter. Kelly remains behind, however, unwilling to leave Australia until his mother is released from jail. The gang is eventually cornered by a large squad of dozens of policemen versus just 4 in the Kelly Gang in the town of Glenrowan, where the gang has taken numerous hostages and constructed several suits of plate steel armor for protection. One of the hostages is the crippled local schoolmaster Thomas Curnow, who encourages Kelly to relate the story of his entire life after seeing samples of his writing. Curnow betrays the gang by warning the incoming police train that the gang has sabotaged the tracks, feeling that history will view him as a hero. The policemen surround the town and engage in a furious shootout with the armor-clad gang, seriously wounding Ned Kelly and killing the other 3 members of the gang. Kelly's narrative stops abruptly just before the shootout itself. A secondary narrator, identified as S.C., relates the tale of the gunfight and Kelly's death by hanging. Since Karnov is shown to have escaped Glenrowan with Kelly's manuscripts, it is assumed that this narrator is a relative of Karnov's. Kelly dies a hero to the people of northeastern Victoria, with the legend of his life left to grow over time. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.